Hey, welcome back everybody. My name's Austin. Cryptocurrency is the fastest appreciating asset class in human history. That's a fact. Bitcoin, right here, Bitcoin's price action moves in cycles. That's a fact. And while most cryptocurrencies will fail, they will. Just like the dot-com revolution of the early 90s, millionaires were made if you got in early, bet on the right horse, and held. These are just facts. With only a minimal amount of people holding, much less understanding why cryptocurrency has value. The potential here, if you take time to learn, could be massive. In today's video, I share with you some of the most insane, yet some of the most realistic price predictions for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for Chainlink in this next year for 2021. I am not a registered financial advisor. Nobody can see the future. But every prediction I share with you today will be backed up with facts, trend lines, and data. So hit the like button if you appreciate learning, and let's talk about where this market could potentially be by August 2021 next year. This is Bitcoin's price history since 2012 on the weekly chart, meaning that each individual candle represents a week, and Bitcoin, much like any other asset, any other market, moves in cycles. The white represents Bitcoin's bear markets. The green, and then the darker green, shows the progression of each Bitcoin bull market. So in 2018, we started Bitcoin's most recent bear market. We bottomed out in 2019. We've been accumulating, and after this 2020 halving, which Bitcoin just had, its third halving, history shows us we have just entered the dark green column, traditionally the most explosive part of a bull market. And this chart was actually put out a few months ago. So right now, we have about 60 bars left, meaning 60 weeks left of this current Bitcoin bull market, which started when we bottomed at the end of 2018. Now, this chart was actually shown to me originally by BitBoy Crypto, so I want to give him credit. But this data, while it is publicly available information, it's flown under the radar. So let's discuss it now. What is Bitcoin's most insane, yet most realistic price prediction for right here, August 2021. During the last cycle, Bitcoin bottomed out in early January of 2015 with a Bitcoin price low of about $200. There are historical snapshots of these certain dates. You can double check any of this information. So we went from the low 200s over the next 3 years to an almost 20K Bitcoin. That is an almost 100x on your money. And again, I'm just sharing with you the data. Past performance does not guarantee, does not indicate future performance, but it is an interesting trend that we're following thus far. One thing to note is the cycles, the market cycles are getting smaller. Bitcoin over time is becoming less volatile. It takes more money to move the market. But if we were able to 100x, where there was a minimal amount of exchanges on ramps to get into cryptocurrency, where exchanges were literally turning customers away because they couldn't handle it in 2017. Well, with now banks, traditional finance now able to offer custody to their customers, more on-ramps available now, this year more than ever, and reputable macro investors coming out in support, saying, I'm going to put Bitcoin in my portfolio as a hedge. But if we were able to 100x, a 40x to 50x is actually not that insane. A 40 to 50x from 3,200 would bring the price of Bitcoin next year, August 2020, anywhere from a $128,000 Bitcoin to a $160,000 Bitcoin. And that's sort of being more realistic than insane. Think about that. But understanding to not invest any more into cryptocurrency than what you're willing to lose, right? It's a risk. But knowing that, have you accumulated enough, you think? Comment below. Let me know. Now, let's get a little crazy. If Bitcoin 40 to 50x's, what is the potential for the Ethereums, for the Chainlinks? I want to finish today's video sharing my price predictions based on the trends, based on the data for Ethereum, for Chainlink. Anybody that's new to cryptocurrency that's just coming on board today, if you're wondering why Bitcoin has value, I encourage you to watch this video, how I would invest $1,000 in cryptocurrency in 2020. This goes over why Bitcoin has value. Check it out. I also want to encourage you to watch our video that we posted yesterday, 10 coins to $10 million. Check it out. Both good videos. But first, this is a news channel. let's go over the daily news involving Vechain and Algorand. Let's jump in. Algorand's newest upgrade turns the project's eyes towards DeFi. And first off, just a reminder, what is Algorand and their Algo token, currently trading at 59 cents per Algo? Algorand is a blockchain platform that is aiming to create a borderless economy through its decentralized, permissionless public blockchain. How does it plan to do this? By seeking to expand the possible use cases for cryptocurrency by accelerating transaction speeds and reducing the time it takes transactions to be deemed final on its network. So it's all about transaction speed and scalability, and you may even remember it was created by computer scientist and MIT professor Silvio Micali. So that's Algorand in a nutshell. And the news today is they just got an upgrade for smart contract functionality. They're aiming to be a viable competitor in the DeFi space. So let me share exactly what this upgrade means for you. Algorand's head of product emphasized 3 key features for this upgrade. Number 1, the addition of stateful smart contract functionality to its base layer, key, fast catch-up, and rekeying. Now, what makes their smart contracts different? He pointed out that Algorand's stateful smart contracts are different from its brethren of other platforms and their integration into the base layer, which allows them to run extremely fast. In fact, if you want the direct quote for their smart contracts, they do it at layer 1, which means they're extremely fast. They run at 1,000 transactions per second, just like our general transactions. There are no second-class transactions on Algorand. So, big update. It's nice to see projects implementing. As we get more information, I'll keep you updated. And also, this announcement was so big, Algorand, the team themselves, reached out to us. So thank you, Algorand. Because of them, we're bringing this information to you. The last 2 things I'll say before we get to Vechain. The upgrade also addresses faster catch-up and rekeying. The fast catch-up helps developers. It allows developers on Algorand to start working on their dApps without having to wait for the entire blockchain to sync, which, depending on size, can take hours or days. So this upgrade is meant to help bring on developers. And the last part of the update, very interesting, rekeying. This feature can make the life of a digital asset custodian easier, but it could also be used in everyday situations. For example, a family may hold their algo in a multi-sig wallet where each family member is assigned their own private key. It could be set up in such a way that different keys have different spending limits, allowing a whole new set of opportunities for the average crypto user. So very interesting upgrade. And final piece of news, before we get to some price predictions for Chainlink and Ethereum. Final piece of quick news, crypto travel company adds Vechain token as a payment method. So check this out. Traveler.com has announced they will incorporate Vechain's VET token as a payment option for travelers on their crypto-friendly booking platform. Users can now use the VET token to book homes and hotels around the world. So it's not Vechain's immediate use case, but it's another option if you're trying to travel. You can use some of your Vechain, hopefully profits, to make that happen. All right, if Bitcoin 100x in the last cycle could potentially 40 to 50x realistically in this next cycle, what could altcoins do? Well, check this out. Back when Bitcoin bottomed in the last cycle, what was the price of Litecoin or XRP, for example? Well, checking on the historical snapshots, Litecoin was trading at about $1.96, about $2 back in January of 2015, and XRP was trading at about 1 cent, 1.8 cents per XRP coin. Well, how much did they X? Well, Litecoin went from $2 to $356. That is a 178x on your money. And XRP going from about 1 9/10 of a penny to $3.84. That's about a 202x gain. Think about that. And also think about, you are never going to buy the exact bottoms. You're never going to sell the exact tops. We really only know that they happen in retrospect. Hindsight is 2020. But with Ethereum trading at about $95 in this last bottom and Chainlink trading at about 23 cents, there's potentially a lot of upside. Just to double check, Chainlink, yes, 23 cents, and Ethereum, yes, $95. So assuming Bitcoin can 40 to 50x, the altcoins can at least double in these last part, these dark green parts of the cycle. So a 100x for Chainlink and Ethereum from where they were at the bottom. That would be a $9,500 Ethereum and a $23 Chainlink. What do you think about that? Looking at the prices today, knowing that we still have about 50 weeks, the good part of this cycle remaining, Chainlink has already been pretty close to $23. Ethereum could be closer to $9,500. If we've already seen this, are we gearing up for some sort of super cycle? Or have we already seen a good majority of the gains? Let me know down below in the comments. Everybody leave a comment. Like always, see you tomorrow.